We're going to continue editing. I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do with your rows and your columns and some pretty good stuff. Okay, so in last week's newsletter, I did not have a report from the roving reporter, which is Jeff Dirksmeyer. Go figure. And he's got his own header, which is, this is what I call a header. Message from our rear Commodore. This is all just a picture. So that's what this is. It's an image. I will want the empty space to do his thing, and it's basically a duplicate of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to see where this row is. You can drag them and place them wherever you want. You can choose your columns. You can edit it and make it colored behind or give it a border. You can clone this row, which is something I like to do, because it duplicates everything, the border and all. Because what I want to do is duplicate that square for the roving reporter. And so I don't get confused, I'm going to go ahead and edit this text box. I'm going to take everything out of here, and I'm going to save changes. There we go. Now I've got my empty space, but I need to bring empty space there. That's not necessary. Maybe it is. We'll look at it in the preview. Let's go up to here and change out our picture. So we will edit the image. Just click that one off. I have to find it now. And let's see, maybe I can find it in a search. There it is. Oops, check mark. Set image. Save changes. Update. And that box should look like everything else. So we'll go back and preview changes here. So Commodore's got his new article, his new thing. That's been in there. Uh-oh, something happened to his flag. I've got to figure that out and get that back in. Rear Commodore. There's a roving reporter. Remember that extra space I was wondering about? I guess I wanted to have a gap like this. So, no, that one doesn't have a gap. So I would want to go in there and tweak it a little bit, which has to do with changing that space. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this space. You know what? I'm going to go look at the other one that we liked, see what he's got. He just has the 5. So he's got 5 pixels there. So that's what we'll do. We'll get rid of this 32 pixel empty space on that window and on this one. Okay, that should look better. And we're going to keep this in for the La Grande Picnic. This is the golf tournament. This looks like it says Fleet, so that's Fleet Surgeon, or Fleet Captain. Sorry. And Chase didn't have anything to contribute this week, so I'm just going to cancel out the entire row. Then we've got port captain, and I know I've got something from her. So that's very short. Copy that, bring it back, edit. Let's see here. Just going to take this away first. Now, what you don't know and don't see here with this flag and how it stays positioned where it does is if you click on it and drag it around, you can put the cursor wherever you want and have it stay there. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the cheers because I've made it, oops, keep a space in there. Actually, what I want to do is take this and put it at the beginning of this line, hoping that it would shift itself up. And I could take some of the spaces out. Susie, better closed up. Now, when you do have an image inside in a text box, you get it there by clicking on Add Media, and you'll click on whichever image it is that you want, and you'll insert it into the post. I'm just going to cancel out. And you have the ability to take it and drag the corners, making it and scaling it to whatever size you want. You have the option of alignment. And then you can get in there and do a custom size, which is what I did so that everyone would be uniform. Because I just dropped this down and selected custom size, and I think the 162 is the one that I stuck with. Close. Okay, so those are flexible as well. I'm going to save changes. And in case you didn't notice, you might sometimes only have a toolbar with a single row. This button right here is a toolbar toggle, and when you click on that, it'll give you more options. So you can do things like indent, like I did with Rob's dates here. See how I indented them? Makes it look a little nicer. Okay, what can I talk to you about next? I just kind of start from the top and work my way down. Cece and Kelly, let's see if they wrote me. Yes. Open, open. Whoosh. Okay. She always likes to, oops. She always likes to give these paragraphs an indentation, but I don't. There we go. And you want to copy it. Bring it over here. Edit. And paste it. And I like to do this. Once you highlight it, you go up to the link. And you see how it just populated mail to : Mark and Cece. So I will apply that, and it turns their phone number, their email address into a live link. And I'll do the same thing with Kelly's. And hit the link, and then apply. So there's all sorts of things you can do within. Save the changes. It didn't give them an indentation, so I'm going to go back to the text block, edit, And I'm going to highlight just the ones that I wanted to indent and indent them. And then let's make it stand out a little better. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and update. And then we will go and preview changes, see where we are. Oh, I still have to get his flag, don't I? Vice Commodore flag. We can take this article out. Okay. Oops, oops. This was Rick's bio. We don't need that in this week. Now you don't have to do anything with this calendar. It is always updated and it works. Okay, you've got the doc rules in this one, how to pay with a credit card, saving photos. I'll have to show you that later. And just typical stuff. But if you ever wanted to add a row, you just click on the bottom. Let's see here. And it will add, well, you can add rows within rows, which is what I just did. Because I could take this one and change this into 2 columns. But you can see it's still in the same gray box. But we don't need this row in there. So I'll say, okay, right down here. I can create a row just by clicking on one of these pluses down at the bottom. I tend to have better luck going with the one at the bottom of the bottom. So then you can just take and drag it and put it kind of wherever you want. Let's see here. See if I wanted to add a box right here. Like my row goes right there. And you can jostle it around wherever you'd like. But I don't need that one either. That's basically how to build your post, your blog post breeze. Now I will go through and proof it. Make sure I get my flags back in there. Make sure I've got everyone's article in there. Then when you're done with it, all you have to do is highlight this right there, copy it, and then send that to Chase, and he will put that as a link in the announcement. Okay. I'm going to update that just one more time to be sure. Don't forget to go in here and change the order and change the title, change the order, put in whichever proper reports we have. It's like the Commodore biography, I can get in there and take that one out. The event calendar, that's where that was. So just kind of go in here and delete. Sometimes when you copy it over, it will take this and put it over here, left justified. So you might want to keep an eye on that too. And that's that.